Those of you who know me know that I do not take lightly standing up here and speaking to you. However, for Gretchen, it's an honor. Gretchen and I go way back to when our now 27-year-olds, Josh and Ezra, began their Hebrew school journey at Congregation Beth Tikva. As many of you know, we share an affinity for the kitchen, especially at CBT. It is fitting that our friendship began in the CBT kitchen, preparing food for our boys' classes, latkes at Hanukkah, Hamantash and Purim. Shabbatones were added when Hebrew school went from 3 days a week to 2 days, and again, we were in the kitchen together. A few sleepovers were included, however, I don't recall staying over, but since Gretchen could brave a Boy Scout campout, an overnight at CBT was nothing. Gretchen is a woman with few faults, but she does have one in particular. It's due to this specific one that she will be joining me up here in a few moments. Gretchen is unable to say no, and because of this, she wears many hats and wears them well. About 10 years ago, Gretchen was responsible for re-energizing the youth groups as an advisor and leader for our young through Kadima and US-wide. She works with our adult members as sisterhood president. This is a post she started out along with Liz Mall as co-president and has graduated now to doing it solo. She has fed the hungry at Hebrew school Shabbatones, model seders, Shabbat dinners, and free mitzvah meals. Gretchen is even eager to help those less creative than she is through Passover cooking demonstrations. These go off without a hitch due to a little help from Rabbi Gans and the blue rabbi he introduced us to several years ago. We wanted to lose the women attending our cooking class and use this wine and mimosas. It has become a welcome companion in the CBT kitchen ever since. Many years ago, when her youngest son, Ethan, began Hebrew school, she was fool enough to inform me that she had some time to kill on Thursday evenings. Hence, bingo was added to the list. Gretchen, you do so much for all of us at Congregation Beth Tikva, and somehow still find time for your husband Mayor and your 2 boys. Those of you who know anything about the CBT kitchen ladies will understand how fitting it is that Gretchen met her husband at a wine tasting party. Gretchen has been involved in the community as well. Of course, it included cooking. She spent many nights over the years camping out with the Boy Scouts and often prepared her delicious salmon. She's a master of the grill too. Little did she know that this camping experience was just practice for the CBT sleepovers in her future. She can rough it with best. I'm afraid you now see Gretchen as one-dimensional, always cooking. I will share two more talents she possesses. Gretchen has been a singer in the CBT band for many years. Additionally, if you have ever been at an affair with the Kotkins, you know they are quite the couple. Be ready to clear a path to the dance floor for them when Paradise by the Dashboard Light begins, as you've already seen. When you consider her cooking talent, this song becomes more apropos because, as many of you know, the singer is named Meatloaf. Beth Tikva is a very special place. It's not just a synagogue, but truly an extended family. As such, many of us help out when we can. If it weren't for the volunteers we have, we would not exist. However, few people stand out as stars. Gretchen never says no. She steps up far more than she needs to, and it is evident that she does it because she wants to. Gretchen, through our efforts together in the CBT kitchen over the past many years, I've had the opportunity to really get to know you. Only a true friend would remember to save the pureeing for me and let me mash the heck out of potatoes for your famous bingo soup. I know we tease each other about this, but you do complete me. And I hope to always be a part of your team. As the original recipient of this award, I am one of the few who truly understand how much it means to receive it. Now I would like to ask Gretchen to join me so that she can become one of the chosen few too. On behalf of our congregation, it is my pleasure and honor to present you with this award, the Scott Rand Award for Volunteerism at Congregation Beth Tikva. Your actions exemplify those of Scott and his love and appreciation for our community. Through all you do for us, you are Scott.
the ads. I'm very, 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 very touched by everything. Thank you so much, Debbie. I never got to know Scott Rand personally. Of course, if you were a member of Congregation Mem Tikva, you knew who he was and that he was one of the most involved members of our congregation and a very involved member of the Marlton community. Scott represented the best in what it takes to be an outstanding volunteer and a very caring husband and father. It is a great honor to be chosen for this award in his name. My involvement in CBT started very slowly, in baby steps. As parents, a lot of our activities revolved around what our children did, and volunteering in Hebrew school seemed the natural thing to do. During my two sons' elementary years, I made haroset for model staters for many years. I also made sandwiches for many Shabbatones. It was just a way to stay involved in my sons' lives. Along the way, I met some very special moms and dads who were also keeping involved in their children's lives by providing them with a Jewish education and being involved in both their children's Jewish and secular lives. Before I knew it, I found myself volunteering at bingo. The first recipient of the Scott Rand Award, Debbie Dralick, my wonderful friend, was the mom of one of my son's classmates. When the boys started to attend Hebrew school, Debbie, who was the bingo kitchen captain, said to me, "Well, you have 2 hours while the boys are in class. Why not volunteer in bingo once a month? It's fun." And I did. Once a month turned into a couple of times a month. And now, 15 years later, I'm still there. During these years, I found a whole group of caring, giving volunteers through all the other activities that I became involved in, youth committee and sisterhood among them. Never did I imagine that I would one day be sisterhood president. But volunteering and making friends, as I tried new groups and took on new challenges, I found that I was capable of many things. Of course, some of the best examples I had to follow have been previous honorees of the Scott Rand Award. Debbie Dralick, Mike and Arlene Lewis, A.J. Kramer, Barry Yelowitz, Adele Albert, and Nancy Horowitz. These people have been real inspirations to me with their commitment to volunteerism. Through their example, I have learned what Maya Angelou said so well. You shouldn't go through life with a catcher's mitt on both hands. You need to be able to throw something back. I was also very fortunate to have the example of my mother, Maxine, of blessed memory. She was the best example a child could have in being totally loving and unselfish. My mother's love and kindness to all children was an inspiration. She was a mom to all our friends and a shining beacon in our lives, from being Cub Scout leader for my brothers to serving as room mother for all 5 of her children. She was seamstress to the softball team, having mended dozens of split pants during practices. I learned my soup making skills in my mom's kitchen. It has served me very well over the years, as the rabbi can attest to. I also found that the best way to make new friends was to become involved in all the different activities that synagogue life has to offer. Volunteering at Congregation Beth Tikva has opened up a world of lasting friendships and wonderful memories, new challenges, and growth for me. Much like the other volunteers at CBT, I don't do it all on my own. I've had the support of my wonderful family. Both Josh and Ethan have schlepped cases upon cases of water, tuna, soda, and anything else that is too heavy for me to move to bingo, so that our bingo players could have some of Mom's cooking while they had to fend for themselves. And not one complaint. Part of Ethan's bar mitzvah project was volunteering to serve, schmooze with, and charm the bingo ladies. He still pitches in as needed. Having volunteered as room mother at Hebrew school, served as Kadima and USY advisor and youth chair, and being part of the CBT band, I've had the privilege of getting to know the wonderful young people at CBT, watching many of them go from Aleph class through confirmation. What a joy to watch them mature and return at high holidays to visit family. This is another area that we of CBT can be very, very proud of. I want to wish a mazel tov to Rabbi Gans on his 30 years as Congregation Beth Tikva spiritual leader. Rabbi Gans was on my bet din at my conversion 28 years ago. I remember a conversation between Rabbi Gans and Meyer. Afterwards, Meyer was looking for a small shul. Rabbi Gans could recommend a very good one, Congregation Beth Tikva. It was the only one we considered, and we are still there. Thank you, Rabbi Gans. It has been an amazing 28 years. I want to say congratulations to Vi Sekahama on being awarded the Scott Rand Award for Community Volunteerism. I really admire your work with children in the community through Wednesday's Child. All children deserve special attention and love, and you provide this for them. Thank you to all of you here tonight. I am so deeply touched by your support. Thank you for being both friends and family to Meyer, Josh, Ethan, and me. I will truly treasure this award, and I look forward to continuing as a CBT volunteer.